We came here like dreamy kids, excited about the future, didn't know what life had in store for us. We were a bit, we were excited, we were fascinated, but we were also a bit nervous. Probably in this audience, the freshers who are joining today, 11th of August, they probably share similar feelings. Let me see a show of hands. How many of you freshers are feeling little excited, little fascinated, and also a little nervous today? Can I see some hands? Oh my God. So, looks like the answer has not changed in last 20 years. Well, let me tell you something. This fascination, this excitement, this sense of nervousness, this is absolutely key to life. Absolutely key to life. Whenever you're experiencing such feelings, it means you're out of your comfort zone. You're out of your comfort zone. You are a little bit into some uncharted territory, some unknown territory where things are not too well known, not too deterministic. And the more you can learn to deal with the uncertainty, the more you can learn to be comfortable while you are in that stage of uncertainty, the more you can take calculated risks, the more chance you stand to evolve into something that is really your true calling and to become something that you will feel proud of in retrospect. So I would urge you to listen to your heart, trust your instincts, let your brain do its job, let it evaluate what your heart is telling you. At some stage you need to just make the call and jump into the water. As the legendary Steve Jobs had said, you can only connect the dots looking backward. It's nearly impossible to look into the future and try to predict how those dots are going to get connected. A lot of the times when your heart is telling you to do something, try something new, try something different, there is not necessarily a rationale, a reason behind that, but it's only, in future that you will realize. So therefore, I would urge you to take as many risks as you can, listen to your heart, trust your instinct, and, we really want to see some Steve Jobs and some Mark Zuckerbergs and some Larry Pages coming out of India. We want to see them coming out of campuses in Bangalore. So, coming back to my original point of this whole business of change and rate of change and the change is accelerating. So, what does it mean to this fresher, right? What does it mean to new students who are joining this college today, right? How does it impact your professional life, so on and so forth? Well, two main impacts. One, throughout your professional life, there will be, technologies coming and going, and you'll have certain skill sets and, domain knowledge in certain areas. But you will always need to look ahead, one step ahead of the technology obsolescence curve. That technology obsolescence curve is getting shorter and shorter, right? And, especially if you're making a career in the technical ladder, there are many avenues, there are many ways in which you can build, for engineering graduates, it's like, the spectrum is just too wide, but for the guys, especially sticking to the technical ladder, this is very important. That was the first impact of the change. But the second impact of the change is what I find even more interesting. What this, rapid change actually means is that you get disproportionately rewarded if you are able to imagine and envision fundamentally different ways of doing things, fundamentally new ways of doing things, and you will get disproportionate returns. Sabir Bhatia got it in 98, was it? When he sold Hotmail to Microsoft, he made $400 million out of it. And now today in 2014, you have this e-commerce boom, and you have the Bunsel's winning billion-dollar funding. So what's the common factor between all these guys is they imagine and envision fundamentally different ways of doing things differently, right? So the startup culture and ecosystem is growing at a pretty rapid pace in India. It's growing fast, and there's a lot of activity in Bangalore, in India general. But we still don't have a Steve Jobs or a Mark Zuckerberg out of India yet, right? And it is my heart's desire that some of you from this institute think completely out of the box. Be a part of history by changing the rules of the game, just the way these legends did it. And by the way, most of these companies were actually incubated on campus. So that's, I'm sure our college is doing enough on that, but if there was one feedback I was to give, this is one thing, encouraging entrepreneurship, encouraging new ideas, and, supporting kids on that is very crucial. So during the next 4 years in this course, if any of you has a disruptive idea that you feel strongly about, on which you do all of your homework and then want to make a calculated risk and want to take a plunge, and if you want to talk to me, if you want to brainstorm and use me as a sounding board, please reach out to me.